Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Video Game Collectors Podcast. I'm Matt Rose.
And I'm Josh. Good to see you folks in the comment section. That because we don't actually see you. So
Yeah,
yeah.
lots of comments this time, so we'll be going over those. We'll be going over some sales, taking a look at Golden that just ended, so that'll be cool, and some WATA stuff. And should we hop right into it?
Yeah, let's get to it.
Let's see how quick we can actually not do this.
Okay. We're on a time constraint tonight because it's tonight and I'm tired.
Well, it'll be difficult too because we have to talk. We can't talk about video games.
That's right. We're gonna try to keep this episode non-video game specific for video game collecting specific for Cam. So we'll do our best, but might not happen. All right out of the gate here. We got a Donkey Kong Country Game Boy Advance factory sealed Costco blister pack.
Ooh,
These are really cool. $2,100 for a Donkey Kong Country blister pack. Comes with the strategy guide by Nintendo, a little Game Boy Advance console. I'm not sure what color that is, silver or cobalt. I'm not sure. And then a carrying case. These were bundles that were made by Nintendo exclusively for Costco, so it'd be a lower price point, so everybody can buy this whole thing for $89, and maybe a Game Boy Advance console just by itself would run somebody $79. So you can get all this good stuff in one lot, one go from Costco because they offered more for less when you went to Costco.
Doctor Doctor Pickleball sold this.
Dr. Pickleball. Yep, he's getting rid of his video game collection. He's going full pickleball. But this thing sold fairly strong. These blister packs from Costco, they do become brittle over the years. I have seen some VGA ones. They're massive. They're really cool,
What she
but
said.
they're massive. Yeah, she did say that.
Yep,
She
she
said
did.
they are massive, and she likes them, but they're also impossible to store. If you do have one of these or you do pick these up, I would recommend grading them because they don't stand up for poo. You
It
literally need to have something to display it in.
it's true. I have a big Halo one and I packed it. It's in my closet in peanuts, in a huge box. But it's on its side and it self-crushed on itself.
Mm,
It created its own.
yep.
What do you do?
I had an opened blister for an N64. Like the blister was saved and all the components, were shoved back in the blister. Somebody just sliced it open with a box knife so you could take the pieces out. And they saved the blister, which was really cool. And I've had it for years. And I was moving it, and it was so flimsy and fragile, it just broke in half.
Ooh.
Yeah. So the blister is just a piece of plastic around it. It's done. I got a nice mint N64 box out of it though, and a Mario Kart box. But these are cool items. Costco bundled them,
Yeah, it's cool.
and they're neat. So okay, moving along, we got a Nintendo Technician jacket, an adult medium, not a small. For all you little dudes and ladies out there,
That's for Robert.
Robert's jackets right here. That's a cool jacket. I would rock that.
I want Robert. Let's check.
Yep. Need to be Robert for Halloween.
Yeah,
Yeah. 2,600 buckaroos.
it's clean too. That's
Yeah,
nice.
it's a Link Technician. Yeah, that's really neat. These Nintendo employee jackets. I know the gameplay counselor ones are slightly different. The technician ones, it's just an awesome item. Uh, yeah, $2,600.
Sweet.
Okay, for
Moving
a
along.
jacket. All right, we had one from the Arcade Light. This is the first one. There's another one I shared here. A good buddy down there in Florida sold a couple games the other night. Looks like he had a GoldenEye, a first print GoldenEye, or just a nod to player's choice. Sold for it's an 80A plus factory sealed from
Yeah.
WATA Games. Sold for $3,060. I feel like that's a pretty good sale for an 80A plus. Maybe I'm
Yeah.
mistaken, but
I mean,
it seems fairly strong.
It's a sought after game. It's one of
Mhm.
those dumb games where you look back and you're like, why didn't I get one of those?
Yeah, and I think that this game's always got potential. Just it does. I love GoldenEye. I think everybody does.
And so many
It's
people have memories of this. Like
yeah.
it's
Yep.
not.
It's not going away.
No.
Oh, right. I thought this was a neat one. We got Mr. Dave Robbins sold a Gargoyles Quest 2 for $3,700. Open auction on eBay is a 96A plus. Uh, I think that's a great deal. That game is rare.
Hmm. It's
Rare,
amazing.
rare, rare.
It's good grade.
Yeah, nice copy. 3,700 plus shipping. Let's move to the next one, Matt.
Radical Rex.
Radical Rex. I put this on here because this is like the Sega CD chase game. I'm sure there's others that have come up, but everybody likes the Popful Mail and Lunar games. But this game is a real pain in the rear to find on Sega CD. Always was like the digital press days. This is the last Sega CD game people would need. It would never come up for sale. And it looks like it's still selling 15 years later for $500. So
CIB. Yeah, that's nuts.
CIB, it's very rare. If you're doing a Sega CD set, tis a pain in the butt.
Wow.
So
Didn't know about that one.
yeah, a lot of people don't. But if you're set collecting stuff, that's like a top one there. Um, yeah, this was a neat item. This is a Wonder Mega, a Sega Wonder Mega. So it's like the Mega Drive mixed with the Sega CD in Japan, from Japan. And essentially, I don't want to call it like an XI, but it's similar to like a JVC XI where it's like the dual thing built all in one. But this is not by JVC at all, but it is similar to that sort of console. So it's got a Mega Drive from Japan, which would
Yep.
be a Sega Genesis, and a Sega CD attachment, built all into one. This is complete in box.
Wait,
A
you're
pretty
saying
neat,
this can
unique
play?
item, US seller, Syphic, old school name. Dude that's been around a while in video game collecting, and it sold for $1,500 plus shipping. It states that the CD drive doesn't work, but it's a Sega product, so I'm not surprised.
Huh.
It's pretty cool. I thought it was notable. 30 bids, $1,500.
With a non-working drive.
Yeah, nobody's playing that shit.
Wow.
We got the rarest, most expensivest Sega 32X game, SpiderMan Web of Fire. This is one everybody wants to complete their collection. Great IP there, right? Great intellectual property and a rare video game. $1,600.
Haven't we seen this one sealed before?
Yeah, it never comes up sealed either, so it doesn't come up very often. CIB. This is a very clean looking copy. CIB. Yeah,
That's crazy.
I think that might be almost a little soft at $1,600.
Wow.
Maybe it's in range, but it could be wrong.
CIB market's strong.
Yeah.
Or decent. It's not bad.
Mm-hmm. Here's that WATA 10 A++ Eternal Champions, also sold by the Arcade Light, our friend down in Florida. $1,585. I forgot this was ending the other night, and I was thinking, yeah, I'll go drop a bit on it because it's a 10.
Yeah.
And I totally forgot. I think I would have bid more than this too. So I apologize to the Arcade Light. He knows. Yeah, I'll try not to use people's real names. But that is an awesome item.
It's
1585. I don't know what it sold for on Heritage originally. I want to say maybe under 1,000. I can't remember.
Seems like any kind of 10, you're gonna at least pull 1,500 or more.
Yeah, this is a cool 10. It's a Sega CD 10. That's neat. I like it.
That's pretty cool.
1585. Sometimes you got to sell stuff. Okay, and then we are on to this really nice complete in box Pikachu Yellow Game Boy Color. It is a Game Boy Color handheld that came with a packaged Pikachu game, Pokemon Yellow, I guess, and a really cool system that's Pokemon centric handheld. A neat handheld. 1650 is what this sucker sold for with 20 bids.
Wow.
And it's a nice one, but this seems a lot for that. Maybe I'm just way out of whack on values on those, but it seems like a lot for an open copy.
Yeah, and would this have come with a box for the
No.
Pikachu? No? Okay.
Just a cartridge.
Okay.
What's on the cart? What's the box?
It's
It's a white ESRB or pixelated ESRB, not the solid. So interesting.
It
Okay.
looks in great shape. I mean, everything is just crisp.
It's really nice.
So they probably literally opened it to see if it was in there, and
Yeah, let me open this sealed thing to see if it's in there.
screw
Never heard that
themselves.
before.
No. God, makes me sick.
Oh yeah, other thing. This Flagman by Nintendo is a Game and Watch. These are exceptionally tough with the boxes and manuals. Really a nice looking Flagman.
$1,500.
Yeah, I like that thing. $1,500, yeah. Oh, it came from Kazakhstan. Interesting. Oh, so is it Japanese on the back, SpiderMan?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's a neat item. All the way from Orsk, Kazakhstan. It's not every day that you buy video games from Kazakhstan. That's neat. Oh, Matt, let's see what this guy has for sale. I want to see. Go see other items.
Sure.
I always love finding these strange countries that have video games for sale.
Last item on the list, anyway.
Oh, dang. Looks like he sells a stack of reproduction games.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Selling Bubble Bobble 2s like they're going out of style. Stack ups with oval seals. Flintstone 2s, $31. You can get a Darkwing Duck 2, which is probably a hack. Felix the Cat, G.I. Joe.
Wow, G.I. Joe has to be reproduction. That's wild. Okay.
Hey, if you build it, they will come.
Splatterhouse. That's cool.
That's what she said.
Holy Diver. Okay. Nothing?
That's what she said.
I could hear Eric screaming.
Yeah. That's Chubby Sheriff. Nah, okay.
I got nothing for that one.
I got nothing there. Okay. All right. Scat.
Okay. That's
okay.
enough of that.
Let's just move along. Okay.
Next we have
an update from WATA. There was an email blast that went out, I believe, yesterday. This was released last week, I think, this Game Collecting 101 book, but the link expired, so we didn't talk about it last week. But this is a flip book or a novel, essentially 96 pages, short story that WATA has put together about video game collecting. 101 goes into different details about collecting and what a loose cartridge is, a complete box, factory sealed, why should you get your games graded, and how to get a high score.
Weren't we talking about cart instructions box?
Mm-hmm. Complete box. Getting started, grade games, get the highest score. Okay, Matt, thanks.
Did you need to go back?
No, I was just waiting for one from you. So what do we got here? We got nomenclature and variant details. I haven't read through this.
No, but it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, the last page had a little misinformation, but that's okay. Sometimes that happens.
This one?
No, before that. That's the very last page. Oh, it looks like there's collecting terms at the end.
Oh,
basic game collecting terms. Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the CIB?
Yeah, no, where they name like made in Japan and made in Mexico, and they show an image of Street Fighter 2, and it's the Majesco version of Street Fighter 2, which is assembled in Mexico. Yeah, that page. Go back there. Go back. Yeah.
This
Go
one?
back one more.
Oh, this one.
Yeah, it says there's assembled in Mexico highlighted on the right hand side. I just saw that briefly. I just
God, Get me out of the Zoom.
Jeez Louise, buddy.
What's it doing? I don't know how to get out.
There you go. Okay, the made in Japan versus made in Mexico versus assembled in Mexico should be the next line. Made in Japan and made in Mexico. They state that made in Mexico is not desirable. It doesn't matter if you have a made in Japan or made in Mexico. Maybe on Donkey Kong Country 2 or a couple other games, but
Assembled in Mexico.
you get to a point where there's certain games that are only made in Mexico, like Chrono Trigger. Now, let's take a step back. What they're illustrating here is Street Fighter 2 Majesco, which is assembled in Mexico, which is a completely different thing. And ironically, Street Fighter 2 is a rare version as a Majesco game. But I just think it's one little nuance that it's important, because Majesco games are Majesco games and made in Mexico games are not Majesco games.
So it should say versus
assembled in Mexico.
Assembled in Mexico. Got it.
Because made in Mexico is its own thing and has cross variants on a few games: Tetris Attack, Donkey Kong Country 2, ISS Deluxe, Lufia 2. There's a few others.
Well,
There's made in Japan and made in Mexico, and it's
WATA...
fine. It's fine if those other ones are made in Mexico. Oh, Super Punch Out made in Mexico. Like those are fine versions to have. They're early releases. They are vertical seam in nature and totally fine.
You can take the WATA hate mail.
I hope so, but I think it's fair to be critical. I don't know. I would do the same to anybody if they put that out there, sure. Because that's something that I've always harped on about how important it is to know certain things, and we don't have to dwell on it. But
they could have literally just missed it, like it
could be. It should have said made in Japan versus assembled in Mexico, and is what they should have said. So I'm sorry, everybody at WATA, for saying something.
We don't need to flip through this whole book, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah, we do. We have like 70 more pages, Matt. So, okay. So that's just it. There was another update from WATA as well. They are grading computer games now. DVD standard size cases, jewel case, double jewel case, and double DVD case.
Let's see if it's in the blog. Nope.
I don't know. Maybe. There was a cool Last of Us variant. Your collection. Oh, yeah. And then WATA named collections. Maybe we talked about PC gaming last time. I'm losing it here.
What's this?
Yeah. WATA named collections. So it looks like you can name your collection, get your name associated with your collection, but there were some stipulations that it had to be sent in at one time, all of the items, and
wow,
that was it. So name collections should not be confused with pedigrees. Pedigrees designations are determined by WATA's sole discretion and have distinguishing characteristics beyond ownership that make them unique and notable. Moving forward, all pedigrees will be clearly distinguished with silver flow holograms. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. WATA's name collection process doesn't cost anything extra, but has specific requirements. And it looks like you need to email WATA and then give them a description, why it's unique, and you should receive a response in 14 calendar days. That's cool.
Kind of a cool, neat little. I wouldn't want to send my whole collection, man. I'd go broke.
That's what they're hoping, man.
Oh, I get it. I mean, yeah, offer a service for a fee, sure. Okay.
Yep. Okay. Those are kind of the WATA updates. I didn't see any CGC updates this week.
Yeah, you guys can dig through that.
Golden had an auction that closed tonight, the Golden Elite auction with video games, comics, and other swag. There was a couple items that sold. I don't know. There was some that sold well. I feel like it closed pretty weak. 928 plus Mario Brothers Oval SOQR. $15,600, 14 bids. Hang Tap Mario. I don't know what print that is. It's a 7-0. We're gonna look at it. Apparently, Matt's gonna click on it.
I'm curious.
We're gonna get a look at that. It looks like that is a hanger tabber.
Hang tab. Code.
2 code, no TM on the front.
Yep.
No, hey, how about that? That's the last hang tabber. That is
wow.
That is strong, man.
That's
What's
strong
the box
for
rate on that?
7-0.
7-0 for
7
$1,800
across,
bucks.
pretty much across the board.
Hot dog.
I got one of those.
Yeah, I got 3 coming back, baby.
Ooh, the 7-0s?
They are all, one of the boxes is worse than that box, but I think they're all above a 7.
Wow.
I sent 3 in.
Well, now you got $6,000 worth of Mario.
Who'd have thought? Mario. Okie dokie. We got a Hang Tab Metroid for $360. Somebody just walked out the door with that thing.
You want me to do here? Let's do this.
No, there's only one. There's like 37 lots, Matt. It's fine. I don't care.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't know.
Mario 64 80 A plus for $3,300. That was a good deal too. Hot dog. World of Not Enough for $3,000.
Yeah, wow. Did somebody
98 A plus plus? Okay, yeah. Then we have a Sonic Game Gear. It's still running. Look at that, 5 minutes in extended bidding. It's at $2,576.
Go Eric, go.
Sega Game Gear Sonic the Hedgehog, 85A by CGC Games.
Oh my gosh! You remember when I sold my 90 for $1,500?
Yeah, well. You did good for the time, Matt.
I know. What? Oh, 94A. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
not bad for Fortnite. 94A
that's
with
solid.
the sticker, 1860.
Yeah. Well,
we got a StarCraft in here. I have to imagine that's Mr. Allegra's because he's been talking about stuff on Golden. 1680. 1816, 1680.
There's that 7-0. Symphony of the Night. What 7-0? Wow. Still strong for 7-0A.
Yeah, that's a strong price.
That's strong.
Cracked up Castlevania.
Ooh, JVC.
I know. And 908 JVC Super Star Wars for $720.
Oh my gosh, somebody absolutely stole that.
Yeah. Yeah, this just ended, Matt. We weren't paying attention.
Oh my gosh, I would have at least bid 1,000 on that. No question. Yeah. Not even a thought.
Yep.
Wow.
Okie dokie. A Streets of Rage Game Gear, 1 bid at $600 and 8 OB plus. Oh, that's a good price.
Just
some stuff didn't get bids.
Okay.
And there we go.
That's it.
That's it. Okay, let's move along.
Yep, moving along. One update. I know that he'll be happy we updated on here on Gamer Stocks. If any of you are using it, he did mention that and I know we mentioned it, we didn't really show it. All the seal grades are updated now, so it is showing seal grades.
Hot diggity dog.
Just so you know, so that's pretty freaking cool.
Man, look at that adventure for Sears. Oh my god, I want that.
Oh,
someone I know owns it. Oh well. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I do want to talk about just real quick. I had a new collector reach out to me on eBay today, just asking about a game I had. I was explaining the variant. He went out and bought a Grand Theft Auto 3, and I was just helping him understand what he had purchased, because he's moving over from, what did he move over from? Was it cards? Opening card packs, and in that, I could be wrong. Forgive me if you're listening, and I did. I'm gonna have to go back on the messages. But he's getting into game collecting, just helping him out and helping him understand. But he was looking at, liked Grand Theft Auto 3 and he wanted to get one. So he got one and didn't understand, wasn't fully educated on, what's an official first, early print versus the trilogy. The trilogies always catch people because they see the grades. They're just like, oh my gosh, that's a solid price. And I get like a 9.8, it's like, for $250. But then I explained to him, I still think he got a solid deal because realistically, he got a 9.8 A++, for a solid price in my mind, regardless if it's a trilogy or not. But I was shocked when I came in and looked at how many 9.8 A++ there are for this darn game. Oh my gosh. This has to be the highest graded.
I think you're right. I think there's a ton of them.
And this has to be the highest amount of 9.8 A++ for a game graded. That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
I
think
don't.
you're right, Matt.
That is nuts. But anyway, yeah, if you guys ever have questions, if you're just going out, whether you're new, if you're listening to this, you're new, feel free to reach out. I'm always happy to help people. Anytime we can avoid, getting that gut wrenching feeling when you buy something, I still do it to this day. And you're just like, oh crap, that was the wrong version, or that wasn't what I meant to buy because you didn't fully understand, feel free to reach out. Happy to help you out. Just wanted to throw that out there. Anything to add to that, Josh?
Yeah, you're a pretty nice guy.
Oh, thanks.
Thanks for doing that, Matt.
Come back here, and then we're gonna hop, and I'm gonna share the other screen once I pull it up. And then let's hop into the comments.
Hop on in.
Hop on in. See what kind of dirty comments we got here.
Yep.
Some dirty commenters.
Dirty comments. Those
Okay.
folks.
Josh's silence and facial expressions to the decaps jokes was the best part. Well, thank you, Brandon.
I just have to be quiet.
I love Cam Bates. I love episodes where you guys talk about video games. So do we.
Yeah, wait till the April Fool's episode, Cam Bates.
We're going back to VHS. Yeah, baby. The one time where we've gotten like the most down likes ever.
Was VHS?
Yeah, we did a short, like 15-minute VHS, and then it's just like 64% like.
Yes, that's right. Oh well, I wasn't a bit. Whatever.
Log Snacks, my favorite name on the YouTube universe to this day. Thanks for answering my question. I can confirm that this is the best video game podcast in the world, and you have the best handle in the world. Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Marty.
Mm-hmm.
Hey guys, great podcast as always. I was wondering what happens if Josh decides to crack open that game to clean and resubmit it. Oh, this is one of the ones I want to get to.
Oh shit! I answered the question. I guess I shouldn't answer the questions in the comments.
That's okay. Won't it add another copy to the population report, and your old game grade will remain there even though it's non-existent anymore? Isn't it better to let WATA do the cracking cleaning for you as in population report? I'll let you chime in.
Yeah, I went on to say that I'm going to crack it and clean it. And once WATA gets it back and grades it, I'll give them the label. I'll send them the label and say, hey, this game doesn't exist in a holder anymore. And here's proof. I cleaned it and you guys regraded it. So
yeah, I have a stack that I need to send Dan for that too.
Yeah.
So I can get pulled off the report.
I think that's, to me, the way I would do it if I'm cracking games myself. I'm not going to pay WATA $45 to clean my video game. I'm sorry. Just not.
Is it $45 for cleaning right now?
Or is it 25? I don't know. It's a chunk of change that I would rather put into a grading.
I mean, it's worth it. It's worth it if you don't know how and you're nervous about doing it. I'll say
that. Yeah, I've screwed up so many games in the past that I feel pretty good about doing it now on just about anything. But I definitely think there's value to it if WATA does it. And we try to give hints of ways to do things, and little pieces of education. But if you don't feel confident, definitely send it to them to do. I think that's important. But I feel pretty good about cleaning the game off. Plus, I like to keep the stickers. I like stickers. I have a sticker book, Matt.
Unless it's an NS game, I won't touch those.
Oh, I do.
Oh, you're
I like a
nuts.
challenge.
You're nuts. Those old
Yeah.
Atari stickers on there that are literally baked like through the cardboard. No, I'm good.
Yeah, the tough part on that is like when you remove one of those stickers and you're like, huh, the whole box is faded and
Yeah.
this little square is not.
It's just like on Pac-Man, it's bright orange and the rest is yellow.
You're like, oh, I should have left that sticker. Yeah.
Yeah, looks like shit.
Because you wouldn't be able to tell if the sticker was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great show, guys from the UK. Wow, Josh, we have 8 viewers now. We have 8 fans and so 2 from Canada, 1 from the UK, and the rest from
And Michael.
Michael.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Michael.
Michael's an OG.
He is an OG. He's our 5th biggest fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. Glad you enjoyed the show.
All right. I'll read this one, Matt, if you want.
Yeah.
Hopefully WATA and others are using UV lights to check the authenticity of seals, and they make it so we can hang their sealed games on our walls. They need foolproof method, I would say, maybe saying a foolproof method to get 100% authentic gradings and then market it to their interested customers, in my humble opinion. If they come out with new variations on jewel case designs, I think it's talking about cases, and we are able to hang on our walls, then the old variation in time will become more rare. I think what he's referring to is how some holders, he or she, I'm sorry, don't mean to misgender people here. But I think that what they're trying to say is that like CGC slabs for comic books, sometimes the older labels are more desirable. So I've heard that argument already with people like, oh, well, the old people are going to want the old case once the new case comes out. They're going to pay more for an older graded copy of an item.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So that could be what they're talking about. And then goes on to say, unbelievable work. Thanks for the podcast. And sorry for your loss, Matt.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. So, and they wake and bake, talk to their father who they lost, which is
sorry
fair.
to hear that. Yeah.
Yep. And heaven is where our parents go.
I hope so.
Yeah. Me too. Thanks for the comment.
Yes, thank you.
Appreciate
it. And sorry for your loss as well. It was not.
Just start baking.
Well,
you might.
Maybe.
Yeah. Okay, VG Collectaholic, who likes video games and comes for the video game content, apparently. I could have said that better. Shows up to our podcast for the video game content. Would like a Alamogordo ET someday. They have Missile Command and Dig Dug. And they are on their way to WATA for slabbing.
Sweet. So I'm guessing he has those from the dig. Since he's putting, that's awesome.
Click read more. To add to the answer to Matt's question about why Atari would have dumped games in a landfill rather than discontinuing them and selling them at a deep discount, there was likely a corporate accounting finance component at play as well. By trashing all of the inventory, the company would have been able to write off all of the corresponding inventory value below the line, quote unquote, outside of EBITDA as a description item. Or depreciation item, I'm sorry. I need glasses, I believe, which improves the company's financials for the street. It's basically the same reasoning behind why Warner Bros. Discovery recently canceled the Batgirl movie, despite the fact the movie was completed and ready to launch. Makes sense.
Yeah, actually, I love that explanation.
It's not wrong. I worked at a paper packaging place, and we had dumpster write-offs all the time from dead stock inventory. It's how business works.
Wow.
I believe that Funko Pops is the new ET. I think there's a article going around saying that Funko has so much inventory of certain things that they're sending them to the dump, man.
Sorry, I'm gonna reload this for. Oh, sorry.
Whoa, look at that.
I just wanted to reload it because I know I threw. Oh, maybe my comments didn't come in down here. Okay,
look
never
at
mind.
that.
Sorry about that.
No, that's okay. So yeah, is Funko Pop the new Beanie Baby,
Sure.
or is it the new ET? I think that's our YouTube tagline for this video, Matt.
Brandon asked again. I think he's got another one. What's the story behind the Burger King games? And I put a reply, but it didn't show up. The story is they are awesome. End of story.
Only awesome one is Big Bumpin'. No, you know why they're awesome? It's because they came from Burger King. Matt responds twice in the same video.
Well, I thought I responded before, but apparently I didn't. I have to heart
Alrighty.
and like my own
Alrighty
responses.
then. You better like your own comment.
Yep, have to.
Pop that algorithm.
I-
And then there's an unreal amount of softball served up from both sides and not one. That's what she said to be found, considering hitting the unsubscribe button. Wow. That's disappointing.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And stop ignoring my texts. So
Yeah. Yeah, Josh is mad at you. That's why.
I'm not really mad at him. I just
Yeah,
disappointed.
angry. Is fuming before the
Disappointed is the word, Matt, not angry.
livid.
Yeah.
What do you got for wins?
Oh, I got some games. Mr. Robin Mahara, I bought a couple games from him on eBay and one privately. One is a Vince Carter basketball video game where Vince Carter plays basketball in NBA Live for the Toronto Raptors. I got this in honor of Dan Kaplan because it's Canadian, kind of. And
were you going to give that to him if he was on the show today?
Yeah, that's why I brought it, but he didn't show up.
Yeah.
And then I bought this. He posted it. It's a 8.0 CAB load runner, graded 6.5 2018 by WATA Games.
Ooh.
And it is nice with an 8.0 box. I'm cracking this son of a gun and I'm subbing it again.
What number? What cert number is that?
It's so old that it has a 0 before the cert number. So 0573021.
Wow.
So literally an extra digit before. 9.0 cart, 8.0 box, 7.5 manual. Maybe I'm missing something here, and we'll find out soon enough.
That'll be interesting. Yeah, let's see what
let's see what this sucker really looks like.
Yeah.
That's how you bust the top of this son of a bitch off.
Oh, you're opening it.
Yeah, I'm opening it.
There you go.
Oh man, that was easy to get out.
That's what she said.
Yeah, that is.
Or I mean, that's not what she said.
Oh wait. Shit. Okay.
Yeah. Fail.
All right. Let me take the sandwich off.
I love keeping those too for shipping.
Yep.
Awkward silence.
Hmm.
See anything?
Wasn't missing a flap. I don't know what kind of crack somebody was smoking, but must have been good. Sorry. It should be nice.
You're not going to open it, are you? Oh, don't open it.
Dude, it's so nice. It's an 8. It's an 8.0. It's a nice box. I think it was undergraded. Honestly, I'm cracking and resubbing this sucker.
Sweet.
Card's nice. That's nice.
See if you get a 9.0.
I got a manual I can replace it with. Manual isn't that nice, but this is a nice box. They'll probably come back in 8.0 after they watch this video.
They're like, he made that comment 7.0.
Oh, I just think that there is some stuff, certain eras when they were harsh on things. You know, a lot of companies are when they get started. 2018 is very early WATA stuff. There were not a lot of people grading games in June of 2018.
They all do it.
They launched in February of 2018. So
we,
this is early.
we used to go back and forth with the VGA and in some of our groups and say, hey, right now they're being real harsh. And then when they weren't, we'd be like,
Yeah.
hey, they're not, they're being pretty fair right now. Send your games in. And it's back and forth. And it slowly, kind of hones its way into a real solid. It's just how it goes.
That's a nice copy. I will definitely resub it. I think that there's eras when you can definitely find stuff like that. And it's not a knock on them as a grading company. It's more of a, hey, there's a human element here and things change over time. And that's with every company. So
Sure.
I do feel like there's a lot more consistency right now.
Yeah.
Just from my perspective on what I've been seeing come back.
Yeah, I can get like how I used to get with VGA, where you kind of just knew within a grade, basically, unless there was something you missed, you knew within one grade up or down or whatever what you were going to get. And it's getting to that point with WATA, in my experience, that I can finally look at a game and say, hey, I know what this is going to generally.
That's it. Oh, and Robin picked up a couple cool games for me at a local store. Sealed basketball, and television, Sears Telegames, and sealed Donkey Kong.
Nice.
Those were toss-ins from buying games from him. Nice guy.
Nice.
Good looking feller.
I got something for him, so it'll pay him back for that.
Okay.
I did pick up it's a beautiful breakout, but I did fall for it, and it is a PAL. Just so you know, it did come from, I think, Germany. I should have known better, but I took the chance. That's fine.
DOS breakout.
Why not? Won some games in Heritage Auctions. I was really stoked on them. I love the Zeller games. I think that whole story is cool and funny to me. And the price was, it's hard to pass the prices. The 7.0. And then I upgraded my Miss Pac-Man with
from your 2.5 to a 6.0.
But on the flip side, I don't want to be critical, but I would probably grade this like a 5.0, not a 6.0.
All right.
It's pretty, but even at a 5.0, it's an upgrade to my 3.0.
Man, we're dogging WATA. Jesus.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to.
It's not you, it's me. I feel bad now. I'm not trying to, honest to God. I think the crack and resub game is a fun game, though. Like, there's nothing wrong with that.
It's a gamble.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I think people do it all the time in other collectibles, and
I think it's important to, regardless of what you get, to eventually say, hey, this is what it was, and please take it off the list. I do think that that's important.
Yeah, the bad part about it is the egregious stuff, I believe, and getting something back that bumped way up when it shouldn't have. That's never a good thing. And then most of the time you get people that just go and post it on Facebook or Instagram and bitch about it. That does nothing constructive for grading video games and everything sure.
They just need
the anti-productive, I guess. I don't know what I was looking for there, but it doesn't help anything. They
just want to feel important, and
I mean, sure, that's fine. Okay, I don't have much else. I did notice something today when I hopped on YouTube. Dylan's one of his YouTube shorts popped up right in my YouTube short feed, and it was for or Get the Great Games. I'd call him Dylan because that's just what I do. But he had this short for the Ocarina of Time, or not Ocarina of Time. That's a bad video game. His Majora's Mask NFR that he said he paid $8,000 for. Guess how many views it has, Matt?
His short?
Yeah, the short.
I don't know. Do people? I haven't gotten into the shorts yet. Do they?
Well, you can see it like
that's
at the bottom.
funny.
It says how many views.
Yeah. I haven't gotten into the shorts yet, so I don't.
That's what she said.
15,000. I don't know.
A little higher.
Wow. Congrats. Way to go.
Little bit higher.
50,000.
2.9 million views.
Holy shit.
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
Hit the algorithm sweet spot, man.
Good for you, man.
That's an accomplishment.
Well done.
I just had to call that out here. I just thought, man, for video game collecting, where it's not a negative person talking about video games, getting 2.9 million views in a YouTube short.
That's freaking
is impressive.
awesome. Good for you.
Yeah.
I'm stoked. He's a good dude.
Yeah.
He's one of our 2 viewers. I don't know if he watches us anymore, but
he's our second favorite Canadian.
He is our second favorite Canadian.
Yeah.
Our first favorite Canadian was supposed to be on the show today.
Yeah.
Josh even had a gift for him.
I did.
Yeah.
It was a Canadian gift.
What do you do?
Fell out of Canadian heaven.
But unfortunately, he was busy trying to nail Jello to a wall.
That doesn't work.
I don't know. He's finding out.
Yeah.
Maybe he needs to try a different color.
That's actually a flavor, Matt. Jello comes in flavors.
Oh, well.
Oh, you know what? Actually, it all just tastes.
It probably does. Probably is all the same flavor.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So that's it. So much for a short one.
That's what she said.
Somehow we extended out where I'm like, we're going to be 15, 20 minutes. And then it's like an hour.
I'm real tired.
Well, we made it through.
Congratulations, everybody. You made it through too.
Yeah, you made it to the end. Sweet. Till
next time.
Yeah, leave your thoughts and comments below. We love reading them. Thank you for all the awesome comments. Maybe we'll be praised by Dylan coming and shitting in our comment box. But
hope so.
Yeah. Thank you again. Let us know if you have any questions, if you have any thoughts. Hate mail goes to Josh.
Yeah, I actually just send it to Dan Kaplan. He doesn't show up. So all right.
Yeah, we'll post his email in the comments below.
In the comments. Yep.
Yep.
We will. See ya.
All right. Talk to you again soon.